We all make mistakes, right? Some more than others. But when it comes to the biggest celebs, sometimes the limelight can make you do some stupid things. From allegations to angry tweets, there's always that one spark that ignites the beginning of the end for many celebrities. We're taking a look at the top 10 celebrities who destroyed their career in seconds today on Beyond the Screen. What is up, my dudes? I'm your host Bree Room, back at it again with the white vans, and welcome back to another video. Today we're talking celeb oopsies that ended their careers. Some celebs have had minor embarrassing moments that have stuck around with them, and some have just been downright awful. I have a big problem with those celebrities, the ones who use their fame to hurt or take advantage of others. It's just like, ugh, I hate it. Anyway, without further delay, let's kick it off with number 10. Coming in at number 10, Mariah Carey. My sweet Mariah, doth thy whistle tones bring comfort and joy to all? Well, maybe not. Mariah Carey has recently been somewhat of a meme after footage of some of her live show fumbles have surfaced. In the footage, you can see Carey failing to lip sync to her songs, trying to go off book and sing herself, and even failing to hit her signature whistle tone. Not the whistle tone! The fun doesn't stop there, because back in 2017 at her live New Year's Eve special, audience members witnessed as her earpiece stopped working and Miss Mariah just froze. She walked off the stage and the audience was not impressed. Since these last few mishaps over the years, she's lost more and more credit as a singer, and honestly, I kind of feel bad for her. She was such a star back in the day, but after years of hitting those high notes, I think it's time that Mariah retires. At number 9, Mark Salling. Remember Glee? Unfortunately, I do. Ever since the show came to an end, we've seen drama here and there with some of the former Glee cast, but I don't think any of them have come close to the scandals surrounding Mark Salling. Glee's Noah Puckerson was arrested in December 2015 for possession and distribution of child imagery, just 9 months after Glee took its final bow. According to police, they found a laptop containing compromising images of children between the ages of 5 and 12. 5 and 12, people! He was quickly arrested, and news broke pretty quickly, and as a result, he was dropped from his upcoming project. After speaking with lawyers and the prosecution, Salling agreed to take a plea deal but committed suicide before the sentencing. His body was found in a canyon in Los Angeles in January of 2018. I loved Glee back in the day, but after this, I have no respect for Mr. Salling or his character. Coming in hot at number 8, we have Kathy Griffin. It all started with the president. Kathy Griffin has always been a controversial comedian, but in 2017, Griffin took it a little too far when she posted a picture of her holding a blood-soaked model of Donald Trump's head. Now, when news broke on this, she claimed that it was only a harmless joke, but unfortunately, some people didn't see it that way. Quickly, Griffin was dropped from CNN, where she hosted as a New Year's broadcast every year, and she was even dropped by Squatty Potty. Shout out to the realist Squatty Potty, I miss you. Kathy's backlash continued as her comedy tour was cancelled and she lost jobs, money, and even her closest friends and family. Needless to say, one picture cost her everything. At number 7, Lindsay Lohan. We all know Lindsay from her late 90s and early 2000s work. From Parent Trap to Mean Girls, Lohan was no stranger to the silver screen, but in 2007 her hot streak hit the brakes. In May of that year, Lindsay was taken to hospital after a car accident, and after she was discharged, more information came out about that accident. Just before the accident, she was discharged from a rehab center for undisclosed problems. I'm pretty sure that undisclosed problems means a whole crap ton of problems. Anyway, following the crash, she was charged with a DUI, possession of that special white no-no snow, and even a hit and run. This followed up with more charges later, as well as a few more unsuccessful trips to rehab. Please, Lindsay, get some help, because this is so not fetch. For number 6, we've got Amanda Bynes. Now, speaking of child stars, former child star Amanda Bynes has been in and out of the spotlight for many years following her time in the media. But what really put the nail in her coffin was her Twitter spree/meltdown back in 2012. Her online rampage included many memorable tweets, such as those pertaining to a specific rapper doing unspeakable things to her nether regions, as well as referring to celebrities like Rihanna, Miley Cyrus, and Jay-Z as ugly. But the fun doesn't stop there. Oh no. Bynes was also seen lighting a driveway and her pants on fire. This all resulted in her being placed into a psychiatric clinic and being diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Bynes says that since her breakdown, she's gotten better and wants to return to the limelight, but honestly, I think it's best that she sits this one out. Sliding in at number 5, Azalia Banks. Wee wee. We have another angry Twitter alert. Miss Azalia Banks, come on down. You're the next contestant on Twitter feud. But no, seriously, Azalea Banks ended her own career when she started tweeting at Zayn Malik, claiming that he was stealing her music ideas. She was also caught making some seriously racist remarks at Malik, and man oh man did she make me want to clutch my pearls. But that's not the only time she's had beef online. She's also been seen feuding with ex-Disney star Sky Jackson, as well as sending her homophobic energy to Perez Hilton. Now, even though she's faced backlash for like all of her tweets, she just keeps on sending them. Sounds like someone we know, wink wink. With all of her bad vibes online, almost everyone has lost respect for her, and I don't blame them. Like my mother always said, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything. At number 4, we have Meek Mill. Now chugging along the bitter Twitter train, next stop, Meek Mill. Remember him? Well, his downfall began when he challenged the King of the North, Drake. In this heavily one-sided argument, Meek began dissing Drake, claiming that he didn't write his own music. This all started because Meek was salty about Drake not promoting his newest album. Talk about P-E to the T-T-Y. Drake fans soon followed up, as fans often do, and roasted the crap out of Meek. The two artists then went against each other and they released music subtly and not so subtly dissing one another, and obviously Drake won. Meek lost that fight bad, since basically the whole world was on Drake's side. Bottom line, don't be petty, guys. Number 3, Paula Deen. Once everyone's favorite southern butter-loving mom, Miss Paula Deen's deep-fried empire burnt to a crisp, as people soon found out that she's actually pretty racist. The scandal broke back in 2012 when Miss Paula was sued by a former general manager of one of her restaurants, where he alleged that she had frequently used the N-word. As if that's not bad enough, she also wanted to stage a southern wedding with black men playing slaves. Slaves! Paula, why? And you know what's even the cherry on top of this racist pie? She never denied a thing. See, normally when a celebrity gets caught red-handed, they at least try and come up with excuses or lie about it, but no, not Paula. She's like, yeah, no, I did it. Whoops. Anyway, since this all blew up in her face, she's basically been shunned by most of the public, although she did appear on a season of Dancing with the Stars after her scandal. Why? I haven't a damn clue. Closing in at number 2, Bill Cosby. I think we all know what's going on with Mr. Cosby show right here. But for those who don't know, Bill Cosby has been making some poor decisions for quite some time. But none of them have really come back to bite him until recently. Cosby has been under fire for various assaults over the years, many of which have been dealt with quietly, which is basically Hollywood speak for paid off. But recently, many victims have come forward to fight Cosby and have their stories heard. This case has been in the courts for a while, but luckily the victims won and Cosby will be sentenced to 10 years in prison. The now 83-year-old will be in prison until he reaches his 90s, and oh man, that's gotta suck. Imagine living out the rest of your years behind bars. This is why you don't hurt others. Just be like me, stay as far away from the human population as possible and nothing will go wrong. And finally at number 1, Kanye West. Now, I'm gonna start off by saying, yes, I know Kanye's still around, he's still popping off, however, let's just look back at the last few years and I'll let you decide. First, let's talk about his little stunt with Taylor Swift at the VMAs. Very cringeworthy. Some believe it was an Illuminati initiation, but bro, I don't know. Next, we've got his Twitter feud with Wiz Khalifa back in 2016. Also an ugly moment. And we also have Kanye's undying love for President Trump. Furthermore, we have his more recent election campaign. Now, between all of this nonsense he's been previously cancelled for, his career seems to be going okay-ish? Now you're probably thinking, Brie, he's still going, he's fine, his career isn't dead. Well, I have one reason for that, dear viewer. He won't let it die. Kanye is a little too far gone for him to realize that his career is plummeting, so he's just pretending like everything's fine. Like the wise words of Confucius, fake it till you make it. Now, after his years of controversy, is there a way for him to redeem himself? Probably not, but hey, he's trying. And that does it for today's video, womp womp. But hey, that was a pretty healthy dish of scandal pie, was it not? Anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's list of the top 10 celebrities who destroyed their careers in seconds, leave a like and subscribe. Also, while you're at it, leave a comment telling me about some of the celebrities you wish I had mentioned and what sort of scandals they've been in. Anyways, that's all I've got for you guys today. Stay groovy, friends.